Hello friends, in this particular video lecture, we will try to understand the different types of an MPEG standards. So basically, what it means by MPEG, that is nothing but Motion Picture Expert Group, which will take the input such as video or motion pictures or sequences of images. So this can be the input for the MPEG. So there are few standards of the MPEG. With the help of the MPEG algorithm, we have already discussed in the previous lecture regarding the MPEG, we can achieve MP3 file format and .mp4 file format. This is used for the audio storing purpose, that means the audio file compression purpose, and this is used to store the video file compression purpose. Now, there are few standards of an MPEG so that we can get the different format of the MPEG like MP3, like MP4. So the first standard which was developed is known as MPEG 1. So this standard was established in the year 1992. It defines production of reasonable quality of images and low bitrate sound. Now, exactly what it means by bitrate? Bitrate means production of number of data per second. So, this particular MPEG 1 standard will provide the reasonable quality of image but with a low bitrate sounds. It achieved a great success due to the low space requirement. As the data included in the input itself is low, the data at the output side to store that data, again they required what? Low space. So that is nothing but the advantage of MPEG 1. MPEG 1 audio layer 3 forms MP3, which is based on the lossy compression technique. Lossy means some data is going to loss, actual data is going to loss during the compression. So MP3 is a technique for the audio layer 3. Here we can understand why we are going to use .mp3 extension to store the audio file. Why? Because to store an audio file, MP3 is used through the audio layer itself. So this is nothing but coming from the audio layer 3. Hence, after the .mp, there is a number which is nothing but 3. So it will represent a layer. And this is based on the lossy compression. That means the actual data is going to lost. It is used on the video CD and can be used for the low quality video on DVD video. It was used in the digital satellite / that means and cable TV services. So where we can use the first standard of MPEG, that means the format which we can achieve with the help of the MPEG first standard in the digital satellite and cable TV. So this is nothing but what? Application of MPEG. So we can say that this is nothing but an individual application of MPEG 1. So for the standard 1, what are the application? Digital satellite and cable TV services. So after MPEG 1, let us try to understand why MPEG 2 is developed. This standard designed to produce the higher quality image at the higher bit rate. So the meaning of the bit rate is production of number of data per second, and lower bit rate was the drawback of MPEG 1. And here, to avoid that particular drawback, we are going to study MPEG 2. It will also produces the higher quality image. The quality of the image is high, no doubt, but at the higher bit rate. So the production of the bit rate per second will be high. It was established in the year 1994. As we have already know that MPEG 1 was established in 1992, and its advantages is to provide the high quality image, but the drawback is it will provide that particular image at lower bitrate. To avoid this particular drawback, MPEG 2 was designed in 1994. It is also known as ITU-T H.261. This is nothing but what? H261. This is a type of encoder which is used in the MPEG 2. for the purpose of encoding the input. It defines the generic coding of the moving pictures and associated with audio information. So this is again an important thing, that it defines the generic coding. There are few types of the coding with the help of which we can compress our input. So it will use what? MPEG-2 will use generic coding of the moving pictures and associated with audio information. It is used in the transport, video, audio standards for broadcast quality televisions. So again, the use of the MPEG-2 is similar as that of the MPEG-1. But what is the advantage? Why they developed MPEG-2? For the higher bitrate purpose. MPEG-2 is considered important because it has been chosen as the compression scheme for over-the-air digital television. Digital satellite TV services like Dish Network, digital cable television signals. So the advantages of MPEG-2 over the MPEG-1 are nothing but used in the digital telecasting. So with reference to all this particular application, we can use the MPEG-2. Now MPEG-3. Actually MPEG-3 deals with the standardizing scalability and multiple resolution compression. Resolution means the term which will gives us the detailing of image. So the detailing of images, that means again we can understand the maximum data related to that development of the image we can achieve with the help of the higher resolution. So MPEG-3 deals with the standardizing the scalable and multiple resolution compression, was intended for the HD TV compression but was found to be redundant and was merged with the MPEG-2. So there is no any standard like MPEG-3 is present. Actually it was developed. Yes, it developed for the higher resolution, that means the higher detailing of the images. But as it was found to be redundant, that means the efficiency, the output coming from this particular layer or the standard was very low. And so that redundancy is high, efficiency is low means redundancy is high, and so that it was merged with MPEG-2. As a result, there is no any MPEG-3 standard. So if anybody asks us about the development of the MPEG-3, then currently the present answer is there is no any format of MPEG-3 is present. Why? Because it was not giving us the proper efficiency of the input and output in the terms of the resolution of the images, and hence it was merged with MPEG-2. So basically we have seen two main types of the standard, MPEG-1 and MPEG-2. After that MPEG-3 was merged with MPEG-2. The next one is MPEG-4. This is used for the coding of audio-visual objects. MPEG-4 provides a framework for more advanced compression algorithm, potentially resulting in the higher compression ratio compared to MPEG-2 at a cost of the higher computational requirement. Now, why MPEG-2 is going to develop? To achieve the higher bit rate. Higher bit rate was the advantages of MPEG-2. Lower bit rate was the drawback of MPEG-1. So MPEG-2 was developed. Now, why MPEG-4 is developed? That is developed to provide the higher compression ratio. So what it means by compression ratio? This is nothing but the input to output ratio or the relationship. So input output relationship is nothing but the compression ratio. Suppose your input file is of 10 MB and you are able to convert it into the output file having the size of 2 MB. Then what will be the compression ratio? 10:2, indirectly 5:1. That means the maximum compression you can achieve with the help of this particular reduction can be stated with the help of the compression ratio. So exactly, suppose I am able to achieve 10:1 compression, then that is better than 5:1. 100:1, that is better than 10:1. So like that, the higher compression means what? higher reduction in the file, and this is very much useful to store the database, to send a file over the internet or with the help of any softwares. So that is essential, and hence nowadays MPEG 4, that means a .mp4 format is going to used. Why? To achieve the higher compression ratio. MPEG 4 supports IPMP, which provides the facility to use the priority technologies to manage and protect the contents. It also supports MPEG-J, which is a fully programmatic solution for the creation of custom interactive multimedia application. Now the web browsers, web pages, they are depend on the softwares, and MPEG-J is one of the format or the standards of the MPEG, which is fully programmatically solution for the creation of the different types of interactive multimedia application. And MPEG-4 is going to support MPEG-J. That means we can develop a programmatic solution with the help of MPEG-4. Now, why MPEG-4 is better? For multimedia producers, MPEG-4 offers a better reusability feature and copyright protection. How it can provide it? Because it can support MPEG-J, which is fully programmatically software-based device. Also, the compression ratio is higher, so MPEG-4 is much more better. It uses the object-based coding method. It contains a greater efficiency as compared to MPEG-2. How? Because it contains a higher bitrate, as well as it contains a higher compression ratio. It can encode of mixed data, for example, audio, video, speech. That means there is no limitation on the type of the data if the data is in the form of audio, video, or speech for the MPEG-4. Interaction of audio-visual scenes at the receiver side. MPEG-4 has got a large number of parts and it is still considered as an evolving standards. So these are nothing but what we can see advantages of MPEG-4, and hence it is better and different than that of the other standards of MPEG. Uses of MPEG-4 includes TV broadcasting, which is again the application of MPEG-1 and MPEG-2, mobile entertainment, internet video, conferencing, etc. That means due to the use of the MPEG-4 for the compression ratio, higher compression ratio achievement, we can develop an application such as internet video and video conferencing. We all are familiar with the term such as the video conference. So that everything is based on the MPEG-4. Nowadays, the video calling features over 3G network is also based on the MPEG-4. Why? Because it is able to give us the higher compression ratio. And it is also going to support the MPEG-J, which is fully software based, programmatically software based. And so that to take the copyright of a particular thing is become easy with the help of MPEG-4. So the internet calling, internet video calling, video conferencing, such kind of day-to-day useful applications are depend on the MPEG-4. Also, the music download services rely on MPEG-4. Video conferencing, this is an important application of MPEG-4. MPEG-4 Part 10 Advanced Video Coding forms the base of video conferencing. It offers comparatively better video than that of these two types of encoder. What are they? H.261 and H.263. And we all know that these are nothing but the encoders which we have used in the MPEG-1 and MPEG-2 standards. So MPEG-4 is better than the previous standard, and hence it offers comparatively better video than that of the encoder used in the MPEG-1 and MPEG-2. The surveillance cameras. This is also the application of MPEG-4. The video security firms these days have started to use MPEG-4 at D1 resolution with 30 frames per second. So the resolution means what? Detailing of the image. How much information your image contained, that is depend on the how much resolution of the image you have in your hand. So what is the resolution? With 30 frames per second. So that surveillance camera, that means the security purpose camera which you are going to use, that are also based on the MPEG-4 technology. This reduces the storage cost. Also, the interoperability features allows the usage of equipments from the different manufacturers with their system. So, these all are nothing but the advantages of MPEG 4 over MPEG 1 and MPEG 2. Now, the next standard of the MPEG is MPEG 7. In the other words, it can be called as Multimedia Content Description Interface. So, for example, the lyrics synchronization. For example, what I am going to talk and what is the lip sync. If that is going to match, then the synchronization is better. So like that, for the lyrics synchronization, we are going to use MPEG 7 standard. So indirectly, all the requirements for the audio compression and video compression, once we are going to reduce the actual data, it can be in the form of any input. Then at the output, whatever we are going to achieve, that everything is depend on the MPEG, and every standard and the layer of the MPEG is going to do its work. For example, the synchronization part can be done with the help of the MPEG 7 standard. Now the next one is MPEG 21. Its main objective is to define the standard to manage the restriction on the digital content usage. So the use of the data which can be formed with the help of the MPEG technology, and that original data management and restrictions on the digital content uses can be done with the help of MPEG 21. So if I want to summarize some standards and their applications of the MPEG, how I can summarize them? The first one is nothing but what? MPEG 1. That was developed for the purpose of the encoding the MPEG things with the help of high quality image, production of high quality image. This is the advantage of the MPEG 1. What is the drawback of the MPEG 1? That is nothing but lower bit production. That means number of bit produces per second are very low, and hence we move for the MPEG 2. What is the advantage of MPEG 2? Higher bit rate it can provide with high quality. So higher bit rate is the advantage of MPEG 2. Then we move for the MPEG 3, but it was merged with MPEG 2. So there is no any MPEG 3 standard present in the MPEG. After that we move for the MPEG 4. What MPEG 4 is able to give me? The higher compression ratio. So the compression ratio of MPEG 4 is higher than that of what? MPEG 1 and MPEG 2. And yes, we require this particular higher compression ratio because it will store much more database. And so that nowadays we are going to use what? MPEG 4. After that, there is again one standard which was developed. That is nothing but MPEG 7. Why it was developed? For the synchronization purpose, or for the things which are like to be synchronization. So other things instead of these three can be done with the help of MPEG 7. After that, there is a problem of the security and the control the data by providing the restrictions on the digital contents. So for that purpose, MPEG 21 standard was developed. And what is the use of that? To manage the data by restriction on the digital content uses. So these are nothing but the different applications or the different uses of different standard of the MPEG. So after MPEG 21 also there are some standard of MPEG, but for this particular subject, as we are interested to study the application related with TV, then it can be the old TV, analog TV, it can be the smart digital TV, satellite distribution of the data, on air, the data distribution, or much more things. So for that purpose we required such kind of 5 different standards of MPEG, but still there are other also present, but we are interested to study these 5 in the particular subject of data compression or and encryption. Thank you.